Hello buddy, it's vanburman here and welcome to RPG Maker MV and the short, sort of, hopefully, review that I'm going to do for it. As you well know, it is available now on Steam as of the 23rd of October, I want to say. And I suppose I should probably get it up, shouldn't I, actually? Where are we? Just so I can show you. MV store page. There is two lots of DLC for it. I don't know if you actually get that with it now, whether it's just people who actually pre-ordered the game. But there is an essential set and there is a cover art characters pack. There's not really too much to say about that one, but the essential set is actually pretty useful. There is a lot of stuff in there, such as the script to be able to, in a sense, transfer your files from, or transfer your project from VXACE into MV. Now, I have heard from a lot of people that they're struggling to get past the splash screen when it goes before it boots into the actual program. I've not had any of the issues that people are saying that they're getting myself, so I can't really comment on that, but it's obviously something to bear in mind. If you do want to just try out the program, I will put a link to a trial in the comments or in the description or somewhere. I had an email, because obviously I subscribe to the newsletters from Enterbrain about RPG Maker, and they're doing a trial on their game, on this game, which I haven't actually looked at the link or anything, but that's what they've said, so I'll put that in there if you want to go and watch it. So that's all hunky dory. A couple of things as well. I'm not sure. It's not. Basically, the game cannot be directly compared to VXACE at the minute, purely because MV is brand new and a lot of stuff has not yet been developed for it, despite the fact some stuff has from the Essentials set. I'll just show you now. This is all the different plugins that you get, which effectively work the same as scripts from VXACE, and they all do different things, and they're very well customizable as well. There's lots of different changes you can make, or it's just even little stuff like changing the screen resolution, and you can actually change the screen resolution to whatever you want. Of course, you've got to bear in mind that your maps have got to be big enough and that sort of thing, and the resolution of your assets and the assets that are in the game are also important as well and could be affected. So, but whatever. The point I was going to make is you can have all this lovely stuff in, and you can choose just to have it on or off, which is very nice, and it all works very well. The main difference from VXACE, and something which I'm struggling to come to terms with, and that is putting all your items into the file, just directly into the files, rather than using a resource editor to import them in. I actually preferred it that way. It allowed you to do the transparency and everything, but that's all. As long as you've got it done beforehand now, then it's all good anyway. The game feels like it's nowhere near as fleshed out as VXACE was when I did my review for that. I know this is obviously something I've started doing anyway, but like for example, there are only 4 classes when you start. There are very few skills, very few items put in. You are gonna have to. I mean, you should really be doing a lot of the stuff yourself anyway, but there is a lot of things that you're going to have to do. There are plenty of animations though in the game, and despite the fact they've not put many enemies in, there are actually many. They have included lots of different ones in the game itself, and obviously more in the God knows what that is, and more in the essential set as well. Whether this game would be good to start off with, I'm not 100% sure. I did say before that I thought that XP was probably the best RPG Maker to start off with, and this one, I will say, the help section is really good, which it links you to a web page, and it's got lots of really nice tutorials in there, obviously just written down, that are quite easy to follow, which I've had a bit of a flick through. Mainly looking at probably one of the biggest draws to RPG Maker MV, which is converting into an APK file for Android so that you can play on your phone and perhaps put it on the Google Play Market. That's probably the one of the main draws of it, and it is quite a long and lengthy process. You can probably tell just by me scrolling down there, but I've not even looked into trying to do it yet. I'll wait until I have something playable before I do go down that route of trying to do it. And of course, when I have, I'm happy to do a tutorial if there's any sort of quicker ways to do it or work around. Then yeah, we'll be going through that at some point, but not yet, not by any stretch. Everything else pretty much works the same as before. The fact that there is actually now a side view battle system already included from the get-go is massive, as far as I'm concerned. I think that's brilliant, and it's something really that we should have had in VX Ace, but nevertheless, it is very welcome. You can choose to have it on or off, and there's many things in here, for example, the side view battlers, that if you do want to use side view, they've got very specific options for it. You can also change the different types of weapons that your characters use. It's a really nice one. I suppose the only thing I'm looking for now is personally is an ATB system, but I'll just quickly show you one of the battles. Okay, let's go against these 3 rats. I have modified the rats, so I don't think they're going to be too difficult. And we'll put both of them in on level 1. Hopefully the sound won't blow my ears off. And actually, I think there is a battle sound, so that's good. Alright, there are quite loud system and item selecting sounds. No magic. Lovely. Okay. So this is obviously without the ATB system, so it's got the normal RPG Maker battle control. Let's use one of those special skills, which is it's spark attacks. That's pretty good. As you can see, it works quite well. I'm very impressed with it. Obviously, if you're going to include it as a main game feature, then it should be. One of the things that people might not like, and one of the things I'm not too keen on, is the art style of not only the side view battlers but also the sprites themselves. It's shown in the character generator and shown in all the other things you can have in there. But it's obviously quite a bit more chibi style, I guess you'd call it, in its deliverance. You know, for example, they've got, I think, slightly inflated heads as opposed to their bodies, which is obviously true. Not quite as, I don't think it was anywhere near as prominent in the other games, and I thought they were fairly well proportioned. Well, I suppose they were a little bit top heavy, but nowhere near to this degree. The character generator is okay. There's not a lot of options really for many things, which I suppose you would expect. You can obviously add more things to it though, anyway, if you get some custom work done. I don't believe there is actually any add-ons in the DLC at all, which is a shame. But it does let you download all the different parts of it, and obviously you do get the battler that way as well, which is quite useful. The map creation is much like before. Obviously, it's got an increased pixel density this time round. So, if you have had tile sets made for the preview for VX Ace, they're not going to work in this one, unfortunately. You are going to have to get them redone and resized for them to work sufficiently. So now 48 by 48, I think, if I'm correct in saying so. The game feels like it, or the program feels like it's lost a lot of options. And that's because obviously it's condensed the scripts down into JavaScript plugins now. There's no actual resource manager for you to import resources that way. Obviously, as I said before, they're just dragged into the folders. Some of the useful things, you can now search for events, you can put notes on it and search for it that way. The music player is exactly the same as it was before. Really annoying because I always forget to stop it. But there you go, that's just me. What's this one for? Oh yeah, that's Event Searcher again. But like I say, I don't know. It just does feel more bare bone, but all the tools are there that you need. They haven't obviously fully fleshed out the database. I'm presuming because of some of the problems people are getting, that they're going to be putting out a patch for it, which, you know, seems to be needed if that many people are getting these problems. I suppose we should talk about the price as well. It's currently 10% off, so it's about £55, which makes it quite expensive, and especially as I do really feel as though you need the essential set for a lot of the useful plugins. You only get about 7 or 8 when you get the base game anyway, and you know, that can be a problem. Actually, I haven't read that yet, but never mind. Yeah, so it seems alright. I mean, it's like I said before in my previous video, when is MV going to be viable to make an actual game? Probably in about a year's time. I think there's still a lot that does need to be done to it anyway to improve it. You know, more plugins. Because there's obviously a lot of even just small little things like having a splash screen when you start up the game and that sort of stuff you don't get at the minute because there's not a plugin for it. So, you know, this is going to be really loud, isn't it? I just remembered. Options, well, pretty much as you would expect. There's actually no way to get back up. Well, actually, no exit button, which is a little bit annoying. But there you go. The new resolution also feels a bit clunky as well. It seems a bit random. Obviously, you can change that yourself, as you well know. Don't know why I just started that. I suppose just to show that it does actually work. Anyway, guys, there you go. There you have it. It's up to you guys. I suppose the best I can say is it's not worth buying at the minute. It's also at quite a heavy price as well. You know, VX Ace, after it came out, did come down quite a bit a couple of months afterwards, so it's worth waiting for that 33, hopefully 50% off. Might be too early to talk about the Christmas sale, but you never know. It might get some sort of, or definitely get some sort of discount anyway. But there you have it. Anyway, guys, thank you much for watching. If you've got any questions, do remember to put them in the comments, and I'll try my best to answer them for you. And of course, if you do want to try the free trial, which I do recommend, if you just want to get a feel for it and see what's different, then I'll also put that in the comments as well. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all very soon, guys. Goodbye.